Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Jill Bloom, publisher of Walls and Ceilings. Whether you're listening to us as a podcast or watching on video, we have some really fun things in store for you today. John Wyatt, the editor of Walls and Ceilings, and I are so honored to be here today with Herman Guevara, the director of worldwide sales at Plastic Components in Miami, Florida. And this industry is really about the people behind the incredible products. And today, again, I'm honored to invite Herman to a conversation about his journey in this industry. So Herman, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Well, great to be here. I had a bachelor's of business,
Okay.
BBA, and then I went and got a master's at a school called Thunderbird, the American Graduate School of International Management out of Glendale, Arizona. So that's kind of the path I took.
Nice. And clearly in this industry, being bilingual is important and very helpful, but how has it really changed, your career path? How did that help your career path?
It was everything, because my whole career has always been international related with Masco. I started traveling to Asia and to Latin America. So, my whole career was really built around language or language skills, and not necessarily that I spoke an Asian language, but once you're exposed to other cultures and other languages, it opens you up, to be, I guess, more open-minded to do business almost anywhere in the world.
So tell us, when did you first start working in the wall and ceiling industry, and when did you join Plastic Components?
So after Hilti Tools in the Caribbean and Puerto Rico, I came to the States with a startup company in Sarasota. We were manufacturing kind of an ICF hybrid system, and I was there for about 3 years. And unfortunately, it was one of these systems where we manufacture the wall, but we also had to install it. So now I'm running crews and all the nightmares that entails being getting on the contractor side. So after a few years of that and the grind, because it's a grind, I was approached by somebody I knew about an opportunity with a company called Plastic Components, which is the company I'm with now. I've been with them for 15 years plus. And it was an opportunity to use my construction knowledge, my field knowledge, and my sales and marketing knowledge, and it was a great fit. It really has been a great fit. And like I said, I've been with them over 15 years. So.
Hey, Herman, what's your sales reach right now? Are you basically represented in all regions, continental U.S.?
So we sell the continental U.S. We sell to some Latin American countries directly. We also sell through exporters out of Miami, of course, the Caribbean, and we do every once we'll do a job in the Middle East. A few years ago, I actually sold, and this is kind of I love this because we sold. We have a plastic lath, right? Ultra Lath Plus, and a few years ago, we sell a lot to the Disneys, all these theming type applications, because they want a product that doesn't rust because they're open all the time, right? So they don't want to ever shut down. So a few years ago, Disney of Hong Kong got a spec, and we got to ship stuff to China. Hong Kong was like, yeah. So that felt good.
Well, certainly your life and your career, that's brought you to several different countries. So professionally, what has been, I suppose, the highlight of your traveling experiences?
So many. People ask me a lot because, I've lived in a few countries and I've traveled all over, and then I ask, what's your favorite place? And I'm like, it always depends. Every place has its unique, its unique flavor. And I have to say, I love living in Mexico. Mexico was a great place to live. I was making dollars, so right. But it's just a lot of culture, and there's a lot of activities and stuff. So I was living in Mexico City. So, but I like Buenos Aires too. It's hard for me to tell you one place. You know what I mean?
Well, let's talk about Plastic Components again for a second. So what's happening there at PC, and what are you guys able to travel? Well, you're in Florida, so it's probably easier for you to travel, but are you going to be attending all the trade shows coming up? Are you guys any travel restrictions? How's that looking like right now?
So initially we had some, but we're very, we want to be safe, of course. We want to take care of our employees, but Yeah, we're going to be at every trade show we can be at. Again, we'll be at the World of Concrete in June. And from here on out, we'll be at every event that we normally attend. Of course, taking precautions. I just got my vaccine, so haven't grown a tail yet. But I mean, we again, I'm a big believer in the high touch. We got to be in front of our people. We have to, we had to adapt during the crisis. During this, we learned Zoom. Had to give some training to my sales guys on Zoom and on social media. You know what I mean? And we started doing what I like to call alternate type meetings. We would go out. Okay, some of these dealers were shut down. They couldn't let public in, couldn't let salespeople in. So we did breakfasts, we did lunches, we did dinners. Jesus, one night I did 2 dinners. You know what I mean? Because we would arrange. Okay, come meet. Okay, we can't meet you there. Come meet us let's get a drink. And then we started doing what I call parking lot presentations. Right?
Sure.
If you got a relationship with a guy, come out. I'm going to show you something. You put it on your bumper of your car, and So you had to adapt and be flexible but I think we're at a point or reaching a point where we can start to go back out there, in a uniformed approach and start once again getting in front of our people, because that's when we do our best work. Yeah, we've been we've increased our testing and our certifications on our ultra-lath-plastic lath, because that's obviously become more and more of interest, especially with the crisis in the metal right now, where it's hard to get metal products. So, but that had started a few years ago. We got into the ASTM. Now we've done some testing. We got it now in the Florida Building Code, and we've also done some testing on it as a strip lath, which is to bridge the similar material. So that's an area of growth for us. We've also brought out a trim. We call it the ultra casing. Everything's ultra casing bead, which we use around windows and doors. It has a built-in seal, which I wish I had it here in front of me, but I don't. That's another product that we're heavily promoting. And then, so the other thing I would say is that we try to follow the trends on the wall. In other words, cladding's changed, right? 10, 15 years ago when I started, it was all stucco, right? Stucco buildings. All stucco, maybe a few colors, maybe a few bumps, whatever. But it was basically all stucco. Nowadays, you're seeing mixed finishes. You're seeing some brick, some stucco, maybe some siding. Everything's mixed finishes. And that's bad for us from a purely stucco point of view. Good for the designer and the homeowner, because it's a much more interesting look. Has some challenges because now you have different trades interchanging. Whenever you have a different trade, that's an area of potential issues. Where they don't do they don't have it properly flashed and all that, and you got some moisture intrusion. So we really look to what's happening on the outside of the building. We try to make products for that. We saw more and more stone veneer come into the market, so we started making trims for stone veneer. Now we're seeing some hardy siding, so we've actually brought out some hardy siding trims. So we're trying to be a part of all that wall.
Absolutely. And I think we all know that college is not for everybody. And once people realize that these are family sustaining careers that with a lot of growth potential, it's exciting to watch people grow through the ranks, whether they're immigrants.
Some of these people can make very good money, very, very good money, but they got to be willing to work, get up early.
Yes.
That's the easier part of the job, isn't it?
I'm not looking at you, John, when I'm saying that.
I was up at 5:30 this morning.
No, but I mean that's just the reality. The harder you work, the luckier you are, right? Something like that. There's some saying like that, right?
Hard work always wins, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've always been taught. Herman, we are just so honored to talk to you today. And you've been such a leader and an influencer and just inspirational here in this industry. And it's really great to be able to to meet with you, talk with you over video, and have you tell your story. It's what it's all about.
I'm blessed to be in this industry, so I consider it a blessing. So
that's awesome.
Whatever I can do to help anybody, I'm always here.
That's awesome. and why we appreciate you so much, Herman. But if anybody has any questions for you or plastic components, how do they get in touch with you?
1-900, no, just kidding. You can call us down here. My email is, I have like 3 emails. Probably the easiest one is PC_sales. PC for plastic components _sales at plasticcomponents.com. 1 C in the middle. We couldn't afford 2. Plasticcomponents.com.
And it's plasticcomponents.com is the website for your company.
And the website is plasticcomponents.com. And yeah, anything we can do, we're here for you. You know, I'll pretty much respond 24/7. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you again, Herman. We really appreciate your time. Thank you to everybody who's watching. If you have any questions for us, you can reach out to us at wconline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for our free e-magazine, our digital editions, our website. Herman's getting ready to go into the operating room, it looks like here. But we truly appreciate everyone's time, and please stay safe and healthy. We look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Real pleasure.